Hey guys, it's me again. I'm barely unpacking my bags from my trip, but as you can see from the brown bags, it obviously means that I went to Waterloo. And as in all my Austin trips, I always do my pilgrimage to Waterloo, but this time I also went to End of an Ear. End of an Ear is a record store in Austin that I've been hearing so much about the last few months that today was my first day finally checking it out, and I wasn't disappointed. I felt kind of guilty about going there because I, like a lot of people who go to Austin, I love Waterloo. I'll die for that store. I love Waterloo, and I felt bad, not wasting all my money there as I usually do, and going to End of an Ear, another record store. But End of an Ear is so awesome, and Waterloo is so awesome. I have to hit both stores now whenever I go to Austin. So, first, let me show you what I got at Waterloo. As you can see, here's the Waterloo brown bag. It's the little trademark. The first thing I got was the picture disc for Don Chromatic, the Gorillaz one. I really love this song, and believe it or not, this particular picture disc has been at Waterloo for like the last, I want to say 2 years. I remember when I went to Waterloo before the Gorillaz show back in 2010, I actually saw this there and was thinking of actually buying it and getting the band to sign it, but I didn't know if you signed it, if I'd be able to play it. And the last time I went there, I saw it again, but I didn't buy it. And I said, if this is there when I go back again, I'm going to buy it. And sure enough, it was there while I left it. So I got this. It's the single Don Chromatic, if I'm saying that right. And when you flip it over, it's a remix of Empire of Ants. Sorry, I can't talk. But yeah, it's a cool album. I really like the single. Picture disc, really nice. Love Gorillaz. The second one is the Sex Pistols' We've Come for Your Children. Come is spelled C-U-M. Ha ha ha. But what's really cool about this is that it's a collection of some of the rare tracks, or rare versions of the tracks. It has the infamous version of Anarchy in the UK that is on the Great Rock and Roll Swindle, but was never officially released. It's got some rarities. It has the Bill Grundy interview. It's the Sex Pistols. It's the same Sex Pistols songs, but it's the version that we've all wanted of Anarchy in the UK, but it's only available on this album. I really like it. I heard it's a pink vinyl when you open it. I haven't opened it yet, but I'll probably listen to it tomorrow, and I'll post pictures. And that concludes what I bought at Waterloo. So when I was leaving town, I was on and off debating going to End of an Ear, and I said, hell, let's just go to End of an Ear. And I'm lucky that I did, because End of an Ear, oh man, it just, when I walked in, it's like I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, because when you walk in, they have a retro Clash poster from 1977, and when you walk to the counter to pay, they have another retro Clash poster. And I was like, holy shit, retro Clash posters. It's like you don't see that at Cactus, and you don't see that at that other shitty Heights vinyl. It's their music fans there, and that's what makes the store great. So when I went to troll the vinyl section, much like Waterloo, they have a special section cordoned off for punk vinyl. And when I went to the Clash section of the shelf, oh, by the way, here's the End of an Ear postcard. I thought I'd plug them. That's going on my wall. They had the single for This Is England. This is an original pressing of This Is England. And I know a lot of people hate the Cut the Crap era Clash. I don't think it's that bad. But just the idea that it's an original pressing of This Is England is just amazing to me. Because there's not that much Cut the Crap era Clash. You can get Cut the Crap vinyl, maybe if you're lucky. But the single of This Is England, an original pressing. And I was like, wow, if you had the box set like I did, the singles box set, you get the replica of this in a CD form. But this, as I said, it's an original pressing of This Is England. and Do It Now, which was a great song that never made the album. So, I mean, I was impressed, and I was like, holy cow, I can't believe they actually have this. So, I had to buy it. The second album I got is the Bad Brains. I love Bad Brains. I actually have this album on CD. So the idea that I own it on vinyl is just like, wow, Bad Brains on vinyl. I've tried looking for their stuff on vinyl, even repressings. Never found it before. Not even at Waterloo have I seen any Bad Brains vinyl, even the reissue. This is clearly a reissue, but I've always wanted to have it on vinyl, and I'm glad I got it because I love Bad Brains. Now the last album, of course it's a Clash album because I love the Clash, but this last album is my holy grail of Clash albums. I have Combat Rock, I have London Calling on vinyl, I have Combat Rock on vinyl, I have the Clash US version on vinyl, but there was one Clash album I've always wanted on vinyl, and it was my favorite Clash album, and I finally found it here. And it's an original pressing to boot that I got for under $20, and that is Sandinista. I love this album. It is my favorite Clash album. There's just so much music on it. And sadly, Sandinista has the misfortune of being released between London Calling and Combat Rock. So it's released between one of the greatest albums of all time and then the Clash's biggest album of all time. And this album gets lost in the shuffle, and it's like, I know a lot of people who don't like this album because London Calling took him to such a level, and then Combat Rock took him to this mainstream level. And this one, it's like there's jazz, there's hip hop, there's just so much music on it, and it's like it's 3 discs, it's 3 albums, and there's just so much music on it, and there's so much to discover, and it shows how multi-dimensional the Clash really were. And to have this album, an original pressing at that, I mean, when I saw it, I didn't believe what I was looking at, because, like I said, I've been wanting this album for years on vinyl. Just years I've waited. I've always dreamed of owning this on vinyl. I've never been able to find it anywhere. And I found it. It's in good condition. And I was just like, wow, it's... I'm geeking out right now because I'm a Clash fan, But, of course, if you didn't know, I'm a Clash fan. And, it's just, wow, Sandinista on vinyl, finally, after all those years of looking. So there it is. That's the vinyl that I bought from Austin this time. End of Veneer is a great store. If you're ever in Austin, check it out. All their stuff there. You go to a lot of record stores, and they just have old albums there, and they think because it's old, it's cool. But here they have original pressings of good albums. So I mean, wow, I mean, this store is just amazing. I cannot speak enough of End of Veneer. That's my new store. Whenever I'm in Austin, I'm going to check that place out. I'm a proudly new customer. I'll proudly dish out money I don't have and go home and regret it later. But I love that store. I mean, Sandinista. This is England. Original pressings. I got all 3 of this for under $30. So I mean, there's not much more I can ask for. That's all I can really say. I'm rambling here. This is the longest video blog I've ever done. But who cares, because I have Sandinista on vinyl. I mean, I'm having an orgasm right now. A musical orgasm, just thinking of Sandinista and vinyl. Finally, I have it. So, I mean, woo! So, yeah, those are my albums. I got Sandinista, vinyl, This Is England, single, and then I got Bad Brains, Gorillaz, Sex Pistols, lots of punk. So, yeah. So that's my blog. Good night. Super tired. I'm barely unpacking now. So, good night, guys.